Do you like sick shit? If you're on this channel, I'm sure you're one of those people. We have found a horror movie, a modern horror movie that brings me back to the era of nihilism, of disgusting, of depraved, of sad horror movies. Yes, I have discovered Bring Her Back, and I want to know, why has no one been talking about this movie? This will stick with me for some time. Well, hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are a subscriber, you know this is my return. This is my new setup. I was taking a bit of a hiatus as I waited until some new shows come out, but look, there's a movie that drug me out of that. We need to talk about Bring Her Back. What a messed up little picture that this turned out to be. Bring Her Back is a movie about grief, a mother who is trying to bring back her child that she has lost. So when these two kids who come into her life through a foster care system are there, they are faced with a crazy task of getting out of the situation as best as they can, as this woman who is, in a weird way, reminds me of the witch from Hansel and Gretel, where, she invites these children in and she's luring them, but she has ulterior motives. This really brings me back to that classic story, but this is done in such a disgusting way that the gore, the horror in this movie is top notch. The graphic, really in your face effects really stood out to me. There's a particular scene where teeth are being messed with, which is a weak spot for me in horror movies. My goodness. But yeah, I haven't seen a movie that reminded me of this kind of era of horror in some time. I am from the new French extremity era, which gave us films like Frontiers and Martyrs and High Tension. I also love Japanese horror movies like Dark Water and anything by Takashi Miike. So this really gives me those energies. Those movies that are not for everyone. I think people sometimes expect horror to be fun, which it can be. I love a good slasher movie. Those are so much fun. I love a movie like Megan 2.0 that came out this year, that it takes horror to the back seat, but is still a rompy, campy good time. Those are my kind of movies. But you know what I really love? My weak spot? It's a depressing, sad horror movie. I think 2008's Martyrs is one of the best modern horror films. It is something I recommended to only a few of my friends. So if you're a subscriber being like, ooh, EJ's mentioned Martyrs, let me check it out. Girl, I'm warning you. It's gonna be hard hitting. But yeah, Bring Her Back is one of those movies. It's a film that we've seen trauma and grief explored, which we'll talk about that in a moment. We've seen topics like this explored for horror, especially in this modern era, a lot. So I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? But the way they executed it, it sits in your soul. It's just sad. It's like you want people in this situation, like from the grieving children who lost their parents, who are now in foster care, to the Laura character who just wants to bring her child back. You see all these pieces together, and I don't really agree with a lot of the characters and their decisions, but I understood them. And that's what I think is so important about this movie, is making sure every character, from Piper to Andy to Laura to even Oliver, you understand where they're coming from. All of these characters have a point for existing, which is prime in a horror movie. I want every character to feel substantial, to feel worthwhile, to feel like they're worth following in the story. Particularly Andy and Piper are great, kind of our characters. They are us. They're new to the situation that they're watching unfold in front of them. I love them. I loved following the story through their eyes. But then when we kind of shift to Laura's perspective, Sally Hawkins is one of our finest actresses that we have. So to see her just bring this type of like sad and scary performance, she again gives me witchy vibes, but a different kind of witch. She's the old crone that we've seen in movies, but not the way we've seen it. And again, this movie does such a good job of being disgusting and scary, but also subverting expectations and subverting tropes that we've seen for some time, and that's what I needed. Yes, while Bring Her Back is definitely a modern horror movie, especially one from A24 that loves to talk about grief and horror and trauma, we have seen these movies endlessly. I mean, Hereditary, Midsummer, those are just Ari Aster movies. We have seen this a lot nowadays. Even the Philippou brothers did Talk to Me, which was a movie all about grief and wanting to reach across that other side to see who you can connect with. I love what we've done, but I've seen a lot of these movies. So I will say this, the movie, like, I docked like a half a point, like almost a full point, just because I'm tired of the subject matter, but it was done such a good way. And also, they subverted expectations in other routes. We have a creepy child. We have a creepy possessed child, and it is so different than we've seen before. I love the Oliver character. I think this character is insane and cool and fresh and scary and demonic, but also gives me some of the only movies moments of levity in this whole movie. Yeah, I love this kind of character because again, we've seen creepy kids in movies for decades. I mean, going back to The Omen, going back to The Bad Seed, creepy kids in horror movies, we know what to do. But the way they did it here, I absolutely love what they were able to conjure up. The performance by this actor is so good. This young actor being able to bring this terrifying demonic energy, and I'm like, oh my god. And I will also say on the other end, subverting expectations, Sally Hawkins. This brings me back to the old Biddy horror movies. Think of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Think of Straight Jacket. There was an era of movies where we had older women. I mean, modern. Remember Greta a couple years ago? We've seen movies deal with older women and terrifying situations and what can they do? And you get so bored by it. But I don't know if it's the writing here. I don't know if it's Sally Hawkins' performance.
Please.
But I loved the Laura character. Every twist and turn that she made, I was like, you're a psycho, but I feel you, but I like you. Yeah, I loved watching this character do this. And even at the end in this like kind of just this heart-wrenching moment, you're just like, like I loved following the Laura character, and I think it's just again a testament to really good acting from Sally Hawkins, but a subversion, a twist on something we've seen countless times and able to keep it fresh. So while I am a bit exhausted by the exploration of grief and how trauma affects us all in different ways, we've seen it, it's been there, but it's done here so well that I will slightly excuse how tired I am of this. Before I move on to my next subject, I do have to shout out all three actors who are the younger ones in this thing. We have Billy Barratt, who plays the Andy character. We have Sora Wong, who plays Piper, and then we have Jonah Wren Phillips, who plays the Oliver character. All three of these youngins, my goodness, what amazing performances. To again keep up with Sally Hawkins is one thing, but then for again like Jonah Wren Phillips' amazing Oliver turn is great, and then to give us Andy and Piper, and I feel them and I love them and I relate for them. There's a moment at the end that Piper gets a message and you're just, oh. Like, again, this young girl has never had any experience really in front of the camera, and I loved what she was able to offer up here. I loved seeing this, like, young woman who has something a bit different about her that we don't really see in acting, and just seeing her give herself to this role so young, so fresh in the industry, it's amazing. It's new. It's everything about this movie just feels fresh. This is just like opening up a new pack of socks, and you're like, ooh, I can't wait to put this on. Seeing these young actors, I'm like, my goodness, I cannot wait to see what you guys do here, and then what else you guys can conjure up in other movies. The Philippous, they have a good eye for people. Like Sophia Wilde, I believe, from Talk to Me, had never seen her before, loved her. So seeing these actors, my goodness, for young directors like this to have great eyes for young talent, and also giving me people like Miranda Otto and Talk to Me and Sally Hawkins here, their eye for talent is amazing. We really see it though with these three young actors delivering amazing work. The Philippou, you know what? I'm not even gonna try it. Danny and Michael, y'all are 2 for 2 now. These are 2 great movies back to back. So they're at a path now for me in the modern horror sphere. We have done 2 great movies that I love. Let me compare that to Jordan Peele and Ari Aster. We have Nope, and we have Get Out and Us with Jordan Peele. Then we have Midsommar and Hereditary with Ari Aster. Then Ari Aster went the Beau is Afraid route. Did not like that movie, and I don't want to see Eddington now. Then you have Jordan Peele, who did Nope, which is my favorite, like, modern horror movie. I think just a movie I can watch endlessly, countless times, and has stayed true to the horror genre. The Philippou brothers have a choice now. Are you going to go the Ari Aster route? That I'm like, oh, not the movie I expected from you. Oh, leaving the genre behind so soon. Or are you going to go the Jordan Peele route and become modern horror legends? I really want to see the Philippous just get more horror movies, but something maybe a bit more Americanized. I think they can definitely play within our world, maybe tackling Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or maybe a bigger franchise. Would be interesting to see what they can do within a world that is limited a bit, but also something that they can still play with. Maybe a Hellraiser movie. Ooh. Hellraiser, Australian, dark, disgusting, but can they do sexy? Who knows? So yeah, this is where I want to see them. I want to see them stay within the horror genre, but I want them to level up. I know they were rumored to get a Street Fighter movie. That's not happening anymore. With them specifically, we are getting one that has Roman Reigns and Jason Momoa. What are we doing with? And that's a whole different subject. But yeah, we are definitely in a moment where these two filmmakers have a path that they can go down, and I want to see them continue that horror legacy, continue to make horror movies that stick with us for some time. Talk to Me is amazing. Bring Her Back, I think, is even better. Where do we go next? I cannot wait. You're 2 for 2. Please stay within the genre and stay making great content, because these guys are so good. I heard they're talking about doing a death match wrestling movie. Stop. You just get out of my life. What are you gonna do with Tyler Creator, Lady Gaga biopic next? Like, what? Stop getting into things I want to see. Oh my goodness, we will talk at another time when the Philippous get another film. I cannot wait though, but they have to follow what I think is their best film yet. Well, everyone, that is it for my breakdown and my talk and my discussion about Bring Her Back and the state of the Philippou brothers and some modern horror discussions. There was a lot to talk about in this one video. So what are your thoughts? Did you like Bring Her Back? Do you like these directors? What do you want to see them do next? What is your favorite modern movie that's talking about grief and horror? I mean, we have, again, so many that have come out recently. So I want to know which ones are connecting with you. What do you like to see? What scares you? What gives you emotions? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and subscribe to my other channel, Flickering Myth, for more videos from me. All right, guys, let's talk about Bring Her Back right down below.